Hey, everyone. Happy Friday afternoon if you're in Australia. Could be super early in the morning for some of you, like Ruth. Ruth, I watched your video with all the little treats that you ordered, and I loved your reaction. You sounded like, when you give a toddler their favorite lolly or something, they're like, oh, exciting. You sounded like that. It was gorgeous. I love all that Middle Eastern stuff. I didn't leave a comment. I got carried away and went out and about in public for the first time since I've been self-isolating, wearing my mask. And I discovered if you wear a mask in a place where very few people are wearing masks, everyone gives you an incredibly wide berth. So another victory and a way to avoid people. So we've got a bit of a special show tonight, and it's a bit of a test drive. I don't know how this is going to go, but on my screen, you can see an Instagram page for Scott Bagnall. He was in the top 9 of Masterchef Australia this year. He's my mate that I was proudly raving about throughout the season. I still think he was ripped off. He's incredibly talented. Anyway, he's launched a new website, and I've pinned it in the chat. And I'd love you guys, if you dig Scotty, and you will because he's gorgeous, I'd love you to subscribe to his new website, Growkery, because he is going to be putting all of his amazing cooking and stuff like that up on that website. But he's also doing live cookalongs. And this afternoon, in about 3 minutes, he and another finalist in MasterChef Australia, a girl called Elise, are going to be making a lemon drizzle cake. So there could be a lot of inappropriate comments, no doubt. I did look at the recipe, and the cake has to bake for about 40 minutes. So there's going to be plenty of time for us to chat and muck around. But I'm going to be streaming him and Elise going live on Instagram, making this lemon drizzle cake. But, yeah, please do click the link to Scotty's website and subscribe. You'll get newsletters. He'll be doing lots of cookalongs with other MasterChef contestants, and he's an absolute brilliant cook, but really into like retro cooking. And he's a bit excited about this lemon drizzle cake because it's a bit of a retro-y sort of recipe. And here in the Shxtty Kitty Kitchen, I'm going to cook along with them. Now, I did get Scotty's permission to do this, so I'm not going to get struck for streaming their Insta Live. I only just discovered you can even do lives on Instagram because Scott did one a week ago. Had absolutely no idea. So the reason I've got his page up is to hopefully get an alert or something when they go live. But he's also got the link. If you want to follow him on Instagram, it's SS Bagnall. Bagnell. He's also known as Bagsie. But if we just, there's beautiful Scotty there, checking out some truffles. But if you check out his page, there he is. That was the night of the final of MasterChef this year. He's a beautiful boy. He's gorgeous and lots of fun. But if you check out, this is Elise here. This is the girl that he's cooking live with this afternoon. So you know what a lovely Elise looks like. She was a really interesting one to follow in the series. She's a very sort of not staunch Italian background, but like an Italian background. But as the season progressed, she started doing traditional Italian dishes using Australian native produce, like lots of native herbs and plants and all kinds of stuff. So she's a really interesting girl. But, yeah, there's a lot of photos throughout Scotty's time on MasterChef. There's another photo of Elise. And that's lovely Scotty. So we're going to be streaming them cooking. This is Sabina too, the Tasmanian girl that was in it as well. And she and Scotty became very good buddies. I don't know if Sabina's joining them tonight or not, but she'll be popping up a lot on his stuff as well. And she's a very amazing seafood chef. She's only 21. She's the daughter of a girl I grew up with. That's Tassie for you. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Hey, Heimdall's Cooter. How you doing, Groover? So I'm hoping that we'll get some sort of notification, or do I just need to keep refreshing his Instagram? Oh, hang on. With that red circle, does it mean they're live? Wait a minute. Oh, where'd it go? Huh. I'm just learning about, I thought that red circle meant they were live. I vaguely remember that from the other night. There's his little notification about it. But, oh, I can turn my cam off. So I'm set up here, ready to go. I'm doing like action cam. Hey, Pleamy. Good morning. How are things in the Netherlands? Hello, Mandy Hall. Good to see you. So I've kind of set my camera up. It is a fixed camera, so no face tonight, but just to give you a bit of an action shot, and I'll be able to do like this. Oh, no, even maybe this. No, it'll probably be like this or this. But it's 5:32 and there's no sign of them being live yet. I'll just double check they're not over here on, because Scotty was actually, oh no, that does it on Chrome for some reason. It's fine on other browsers. I don't know why it's saying it's a dangerous site, because it's fine. Trust me, please. I'm not sending you somewhere evil. If you try it in I tried it in Edge or whatever that other one is, Microsoft Edge, it was fine. But yeah, how do we know when they're live? Interesting. Let me just check on my phone as well, because we want to cook along with them. It'd suck if they were live and I'm not actually able to stream it from Instagram. Is a bit dodgy on a laptop. Like, it's cool on a phone. It'll suck if I can only watch live Insta stuff on my phone. Does anybody know Instagram well enough to know how it works? But you know how did you see that red circle that was going around Scotty before? Like, that to me meant it was potentially live. Oh, has Mandy got a cat pic? Let me see Mandy's cat pic. Oh, cuteness. If I turn off my camera, there's my little cute cat pic. Little sunny bum who's sound asleep on my bed right now. Let me have a look and see if Instagram is live on. It is.
Before walking in to
the
kitchen for that second chance cook, a bee had landed on a lemon. Oh my God. And there were people around being like, oh,
look,
there's a bee on you. But for me, a bee is my...
They're live on my phone. They're not live on the laptop.
So it was, for me, I feel, oh, lucky song.
How do we fix this, guys?
This is so good.
All right, so shall we start making a cake?
They're going to start.
Drizzle cake. I don't know how I've never come across this before. This is like a mystery to me. So I'm super excited.
Okay. Now, this is going to be an education that is very important in your life.
Oh, here we go.
Good. I need this before. Oh, it's like a mystery to me. So
all right.
I'm super excited.
Can you guys hear it?
Now, this is going to be an education that is very important in your life.
Good. I need this. So Sabina is on holidays in sunny Queensland, so she's not joining us tonight.
Can you guys hear it?
She's in the warmth of far north Queensland. Rather than the chill of Tasmania. Now, in true form of a Insta Live recipe follow-along, I've prepared something earlier that needs to come out of the oven right now. So
okay.
I'm going to pull it out of the oven while we're chatting.
Hi, Elisha and Georgie. Lots of hellos.
Okay. All right.
Juzzy Gal. Hi, Juzzy Gal. Jolzy Gal. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Sounds good. Awesome.
Okay, let's start making a cake.
Let's start making a cake.
Okay.
All right,
Ready.
so the lemon drizzle cake, Scotty. This
Lemon
is
drizzle.
one of my favourite cakes.
Yes.
My recipe is inspired by a Nigella Lawson recipe.
Oh, nice.
So a lot
Yum.
of quantities come from this book, How to Be a Domestic Goddess.
Oh my God, I love that book.
However, I make key changes.
Okay.
Alright. So I'll explain them as we go. The first step is to cream the butter and sugar. And we've got 125
How much butter do I need?
butter.
Shit. Get on with it, Tori.
125 grams of butter. So it's half a stick of butter. If,
How much is a stick of butter?
well, I think of a stick of butter as something that would fit in like a butter container, right? Like,
Hell yeah.
you know, the stick of butter that you get that's about that size that has the 50
I don't need to
gram,
weigh this because
markers. Okay.
the recipe actually
So
says to
you
put
don't have scales,
lemon in the sugar
and you want to
first.
measure 125 grams.
Huh.
It's a half of a 250 gram block. So,
Perfect.
bam, you're done.
About that much.
Oh, well,
About that
we're
much.
following
And
them.
you bet,
Am I putting this in a blend, like a one of these? Yes.
That's what I'm doing.
I have no words today. The thing that mixes
What's
it
a
up.
stand mixer? This stand mixer.
Stand
actually
mixer.
doesn't belong to
I'm using my
Oh,
my friend Laura's. And
blue
I've been borrowing it for a year
KitchenAid.
now. I should probably buy
Hi,
it from her.
Gonjo. Love you, gorgeous.
Thank you, Laura.
thank you, Laura.
If you're watching it, I'm sorry I'm taking this.
It's not YouTube, Laura, everybody.
Doing well.
I'm using unsalted
Okay.
butter, by the way, 125 grams.
Belinda says a US have a stick and it's 125 grams. There we go. Sold.
There you go. Well, you need a whole stick then.
A whole stick. It's a whole stick.
There you go.
Or half a block in
I'm
Australia.
obviously unaware of US measurements and terms, so forgive me. All right. So
Okay,
we've got
I have butter in
125
a
grams of
bowl.
butter. Pardon?
I have butter cubed in my bowl.
Me too.
I love it.
Hey, Aussie.
Now, Nigella would put 175 grams of sugar. With this recipe, I have reduced that amount in the past to 100 grams, and at times I've reduced it to 150. The amount of sugar in your cake batter will affect caramelization, it will affect crumb.
Okay.
However, I found that there's little difference made, very little difference made by reducing the sugar from 175 to somewhere in between 100 to 150.
I'm doing 150. That's what the recipe says.
I have 117 grams left in my packet. So you reckon that's enough?
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Go, Scotty.
I like it. Use what you've got.
Why's
That's
my
what
scale
this
not
lockdown
working?
backlog is all about, isn't it?
That's it. All right, this is going to make a little bit of noise. I apologize.
It's
about
cooking
noise.
along with the
here we go.
kitties. Oh, I've just got caster sugar everywhere.
Useful if I plug myself in. Okay.
I'm not plugged in either.
It's not working.
So,
My scale's not working.
attempt to find that,
Frozen.
Happiest.
the butter and
No, so Aussie, what we're doing is we're streaming Scott from Masterchef, who's live on Instagram with Elise.
Very soon. Okay?
But I've got to catch up to them. It's a challenge, man.
For the butter and sugar to incorporate, the butter should be at room temp.
Okay, 150.
And then I would grab a spatula to give it a bit of a helping hand.
160 is good enough. We've got to catch up. Let's get these things
Spatula applied.
creaming.
I've got the same colour.
I really like
It's a bit of an experiment, Aussie.
I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything either.
I can't stop.
I'm going to crack 2 eggs into a bowl.
Oh, not yet, Elise. Slow down.
Now, don't have
some rapid creaming going on here.
I would suggest alternatively beaters or hand beaters, electric or manual.
Elise
or
talks a lot.
Perhaps a good old-fashioned whiskey.
A whisk.
I'm still on my bloody
Or a wooden
sugar
spoon.
and butter,
I think
woman.
like creaming and butter if you're like really desperate. Sometimes a whisk you have to have very soft
Rather than using the electrical appliances available.
She's totally ignoring the recipe.
Look,
It is exactly how it would feel on MasterChef.
Particularly things like whipping cream, like it has a tipping point that you can over whip it really quickly. And if I have something automatically going, I'll forget about it and I over whip things too quickly.
Oh, Scotty,
When
that's
you're
bad
doing it by
news.
hand, you can do it by feel, so you can tell when it's ready.
All right.
Yeah.
And the other reason is it's a bloody long way to get to that equipment shelf to get the equipment that you need. And sometimes it's just too hard to set up an electrical appliance when I've got a whisk right there. I can just use that. It's quicker.
This is hilarious.
I'm
going to switch the... Oh, hang on. I'm going to preheat the oven too. It says to 160 degrees fan force.
So split and so scattered, and you know, forcing yourself to be there in the moment, not to overwork your cream. I can get it.
Yeah.
So the oven is on.
What's in my bowl? Okay.
She hasn't added the lemon zest.
And then we'll talk about what makes a well-creamed butter and sugar mixture. I think.
Okay, tell me that,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I'll just
I
zest
usually
the
look for
lemons
colour,
while I
so
wait.
it'll turn quite
I
pale white.
Pale white. Mine's
I
kind
usually
of...
look for colour when the
buttercup
butter's
yellow.
nice and whipped and fluffy because it turns really white. It'll change colour from that yellow
Yeah,
colour
if you
to
could
that
let
white
people know
colour
what's
when it's
happening,
nice and
Ruth,
fluffy.
that'd be great.
That's it. You want to aerate the mixture. You want the sugar granules to dissolve a bit as well. It's all good. I don't think you can overmix butter and sugar. I think that if you leave the stand mixer going for a few minutes, you would. Like that's probably what you want. I think a really good cookie dough starts with butter and sugar that have been creamed for at least 5 minutes.
Yes.
At least 5.
100%.
Oh, okay, we'll keep
Someone's
going.
asking what we're making. We're making a lemon drizzle cake. I've never
Thanks
made
for
one
telling
before.
everyone, Scotty.
Elise is the queen of lemon drizzle cakes, so she's teaching me how to make that.
She's not following
Also,
her own recipe,
Portuguese
though.
tart. Did they work it out? I love Portuguese tarts.
There's the zest of 2 lemons.
Honey, I'm just going to go ahead and add the eggs.
Okay, you do you.
What? We're adding 2 eggs.
Someone asked me about an egg substitute. If you don't want eggs, you don't have eggs, an egg substitute. Eggs are pretty easy to substitute.
Yeah, there's a lot of different options out there.
I didn't take my eggs out. They're
Any
not at
sort of
room
puree
temperature.
works, like if you want
God damn it.
flavorless, like silk and
I did
tofu,
everything else.
you can add 1/4 cup per egg for silk and tofu. That doesn't really
When you're
impart
baking,
flavour.
your eggs should be at
Mashed
room
banana.
temperature.
Avocado you can use, pureed pumpkin, any sort of pureed fruit. Apple sauce, like apple sauce is a really good one to swap out for eggs. There's egg replacements. What do you usually replace if you don't have eggs?
I never replace. Scotty, what does Elise do?
I just put myself on mute so that I could be noisy while you're explaining some egg substitutes. So your question was what I would substitute. Yeah, aquafaba is one.
Aquafaba, yes.
Liquid that
Someone's
comes
saying
out of
chickpea water.
chickpea water.
Chickpea water?
To make
What the
flax
fuck?
eggs, with flax seeds. So
Yes.
ground flaxseed mixed with a little bit of apple cider vinegar, I think. And
This is
water.
quite handy, though, isn't it, guys?
Flaxseed becomes like jelly-ish if it's left for a little while, and that's what will help.
I don't have enough
act as a
bench
binding
space,
agent
Ruth.
with
That's why
your
mine
egg
are in the
batter,
fridge.
or within whatever you're making where you need an egg substitute.
Yep.
I've got an
I've
egg
got
compartment in my
vegan,
fridge, so I
I've
just
had to
chuck them
think
all
about
in
these
there.
things before.
Yes.
So if
Someone's
you-
asking yogurt. You can use yogurt, milk,
Yeah.
buttermilk.
There's
all
already
of those
yogurt
things.
in the
And it's
recipe.
roughly 1/4 cup of anything equals 1 egg.
Absolutely, that's right. All right, so I incorporate the eggs. So 2 eggs into
I haven't done eggs yet. Let me do eggs.
All right, get your eggs in, Scotty, and if you need to go on mute,
Get your eggs in, Tori.
up to you to get your eggs incorporated.
I'll incorporate my eggs.
You know, when you do incorporate eggs, another opportunity is like a mix of orange, so you can feel it together. And to get that aeration, make it really nice, light, egg, but not sugar mixture. It's the foundation of the cake.
Are we putting lemon zest in this?
We are. You know, I've got 2
Good question,
large
Scott.
lemons. These are unwaxed lemons. They're from my name's Tori. My name is Tori. Right, so we're just right over at my tree right there.
I have pretty big ones too.
Yeah, that's good. If you wanted to have extra lemon flavor, perhaps you can have more lemons. Go for it, grab another one. You know, why not? So I'm going to do
You can't really overdo the lemon, can you?
Never.
I don't think so. I'm
Lemon's
going to do the old
awesome.
pro trick and zest the lemon with the microplane facing up so that the zest is caught.
That's how I do it.
Yeah. I learned from Poe. Where did you learn?
Just by trial and error.
I didn't use my microplane. I used my Bart Simpson lookalike zester.
Thing with Poe at some point in time. So
Plenty.
Guys, Poe and I, we're
You
like
can choose who the winner is.
I don't know.
At the end, that'll be fun.
connected. She doesn't know it, but we think so.
I know, it's alright.
Oh dear.
We're ginger fluff buddies.
Yeah. Oh dear. She's so lovely. Okay. So, I'm just going to keep 8 in the go. I know someone who prefer measurement when they're doing things like this, and just saying, you know, the zest of 2 lemons involves so many variables between cake.
Just giving it a good beating.
It's not the zest of the lemon depends on the variety of lemon that you're using. It depends on whether or not it's super fresh. It depends on.
This is my lemon zest, guys. I like the curly whirlies. I like chunky bits of lemon in my cake.
Yeah.
A great thing I like to do is just taste my cake batter. And if you need to add a little bit more lemon zest, go for it.
Yeah.
If you can't taste notes of lemon or you're not happy with the intensity of the lemon flavour, taste the cake batter. A good cake batter, tastes good before it's baked.
I agree.
I agree.
Susan Morsome, I like that name. Says we're hilarious. Is that good?
Oh, thank you.
Hilarious in a good way?
Thanks, Susan.
Do you guys think they're hilarious?
I'm going to take
Someone else is making fried rice while watching us. Yum.
Yum.
Sounds good.
Do you do Uber delivery or Deliveroo or Metro?
That would be good. Someone's asking if the recipe is available online. I've chucked it up on my website, growkery.com.au. Elise, are you going to post? Where are you posting yours?
I'll post it just on my Instagram. I'm still developing my website, but I can tell you the development has begun.
Yes!
Yeah!
Can you guys hear me if I mute? Because I just want to say the description, the link to the recipe is in the description of my YouTube live.
Hawaii.com.au.
If you didn't hear that, the link to the recipe is in the
I'm
description.
making a mess here.
Oh, that's it.
Are we putting the lemon in? Come on,
I
guys.
will show you what's inside my batter bowl.
Oh, hi, Tori. Tori is cooking along with us down in Tasmania. She's also in lockdown because she visited South Australia and now is in lockdown in Tasmania. So Tori's cooking along and she's YouTubing it to the YouTube people. I don't even know how to YouTube yet. It's on my to-do list.
Okay.
I'm teaching him.
Sorry, that sounds good. Scotty, I'm going to go on mute while I mix in this zest and grab some yogurt from my fridge. What I would like to know from you as well
Yes.
is what do you think is a like a difference between a cake batter like this, where it's like very my yogurt.
Have they put the lemon in or not? I'm putting the lemon in.
Well, yeah. My question is, what do you think are key differences between a cake batter like this, where it's starting with the creaming of the butter and sugar, okay?
Enjoy your ciggy, plumey.
You know, do you think the differences lie in the room for error involved? Do you think this is an easier recipe? Like, what's your key? That's what I want to know.
They've got 78 people watching at the moment, which is awesome.
I just want to know what you think.
Okay. Well, I think the cakes are too different. So I haven't made this lemon drizzle before, so I'm not quite sure how it's going to turn out. But just how we started this one,
cake takes 40 minutes to cook. This live is going to go for 7 hours. Thank you, Ruth. You're awesome.
All about air.
I'm opening a ginger beer, guys.
Whisk your eggs continuously for
Cheers.
a long time.
Not sponsored. Cheers.
And then you have to be really careful with adding other things in. Sometimes if you add butter to a normal sponge cake,
thank you for doing that, Ruth. You're a legend.
Quickly in at the end. Whereas we're starting with the butter and the eggs, so this is going to be a bit denser, I think, a bit more yummy and moist.
Oh, we like moist.
No, absolutely. My favourite sponge cakes also end with a little bit of melted butter.
I'm chatting to them on my phone on Insta as well.
Folded through rapidly and gently at the end.
Hi, Jane, in Melbourne lockdown too. I hope you're well. I need to whisk mine, so I need to ask you a question. How many lemon drizzle cakes have you made? And is this, because I'm always interested in, like, I don't want any lemon drizzle cake. I want the best lemon drizzle cake that is out there.
Me too.
Okay, yes, these are things that I can discuss. So,
I don't know, Ruth. You're talented.
I'm the kind of person that would take minimum 1 cake a week to work. So lemon drizzle cake was definitely on my repertoire, you know, within that period of my life. But also,
Keep an eye on that chat, guys.
So I was introduced to it by a friend's mum when I was in primary school. So
I'm on under Sunny's Instagram, by the way, but watch their chat.
Then, you know, the quest has been to recreate that memory and to stumble or to create a recipe for a lemon drizzle cake that emulated that childhood memory of, you know, cake perfection in my book. So earlier on in this live, I explained.
Hey, Anne-Marie.
This is a recipe inspired by Nigella. So it's inspired by Nigella's lemon syrup loaf cake within How to Be a Domestic Goddess. However, you know, I say inspired.
How are you doing, Anne-Marie?
Sometimes I use less sugar. I change the flour. So
Elise,
instead of using
this cake takes 40 minutes to cook.
I like using.
Can you guys hear me if I mute them? Not that I want to mute them much, but can you actually still hear me? I'm going to just put a 1 in chat if you can hear me when I've muted them, just out of curiosity, because when the thing takes 40 minutes to cook, we might all just, you know, have a bit of a catch up. Someone might want to jump up on panel. I'm waiting for a 1. I'll keep things moving when a 1 appears. Oh, brilliant. Woo-hoo. Thanks, guys. It was a bit of a delay over on StreamYard. Thank you so much. Brilliant.
I kind of add 4 generous tablespoons of yogurt, so it's not really measuring it. Sometimes I also pour in the whey within my yogurt container as well. I just do.
Nice.
And if I've used a plain flour or a freshly milled flour, I add baking powder. Okay?
Yes.
You're going to have more consistent results when you use self-raising flour, but I like to experiment with my sources of flour.
Actually, I might get on with sifting the flour while they chat.
And,
this was meant to be a pressure test, and they're giving me plenty of thinking time.
Soft rosella wheat from Woodstock flour.
Yes.
Woodstock farm. I finished that bag. It goes to show how often
the recipe calls for
because of lockdown.
175 grams of self-raising flour. I'm going to use my grandma's sifter.
That's from Mornington way here in Victoria.
Yeah.
And their wheat is a, they're calling it winter
I think I
white.
need to put new batteries in my
Oh, I like
scales.
This is their soft flour that's suitable for cakes with a nice crumb. It's
Just to
good
add to the
flour.
pressure test,
If
right?
you use a bread flour or a variety of wheat that is tough, you're going to get a tough cake. And this wheat was milled on the 17th of May. So, you know, how
That's
often are you
I
buying
don't know when my
flour
wheat was
knowing when it
milled.
was milled?
Yeah.
Never
This
freaking
is my
clue.
colours, How to Be a Domestic Goddess.
And don't. Melinda's asking whether she can use the juice of the lemon for cocktails. No, you need to keep the juice because we're going to use it later.
Keep the juice.
We need the juice for the
But
drizzle.
juice and other lemons for cocktails. That's a really good idea.
It's signed, guys. Most of my Nigella books are signed. I thought I'd just show
That is
you.
My
amazing.
scales are fucked, man.
Someone's asking, can you substitute the flour for something? Could you use like almond meal?
Well, go for it. Try it. Let me know.
I'm going to have to get some fresh batteries. This is a legit pressure test.
It's not an easy substitute.
Yeah. You
If
can
you
do
were adding-
almond meal, but it's going to be heavy. It's not going to rise.
That's right. I would, if you were going for gluten free,
Oh.
I would be mixing the almond meal with some other starches as well that
Yep.
aren't necessarily gluten starches, you know, but you would. What is it that people use? Like sorghum.
baby batteries.
You know,
Yes.
stuff that you can use as alternatives that help to mimic the experience of a gluten product.
No.
Okay, Scotty, I'm going to keep
What
going
do we
on.
need to do now?
So-
we need to keep moving.
Here's a
Keep
trick, guys.
moving. All right, we've got.
So we've got 125 grams of butter,
Yep, we've got that.
150
I had
grams of pasta.
lined a
Yep.
paint in earlier.
Oh, I'm not lined yet. I'm going to use this.
Yeah, so I've just buttered and lined this cake tin. I'm using cake tins today, but I prefer using loaf tins for a lemon drizzle cake. It's just that I have two of these tins.
I've buttered and lined a loaf tin.
At this point, I'm actually going to add like a squeeze of vanilla bean.
Okay.
She's all over the shop. Where's the vanilla?
I'm just going to... Do you know the trick of quickly lining a cake tin? You just crunch up your paper.
A teaspoon of vanilla, everybody.
And then you just
One
chuck it in.
teaspoon.
Because it
of vanilla.
takes the shape of your tin a lot better crunched up.
That's efficiency that you need in a Masterchef kit.
Yeah. You don't need to cut it.
Sonny, you're right under my feet, noogie. So I'm using a vanilla extract. She's all over the shop, this Elise. So my scales are screwed.
Got it.
Someone's wanting to know where...
So here's a trick for you guys. If your scales aren't working, mils, like 750 mils or 150 mils is the same as grams. So swap out when you need to do like, what do we need? 175 grams of self-raising flour. I'm going to do 175 mils and hopefully that will work. We'll see.
175.
175 grams of self-raising flour. Alternatively, 175 grams of plain flour.
Doesn't look like a lot of flour.
Then using a freshly milled soft wheat like I am. In that case,
I don't think that's right.
2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm being naughty. Oh, I'm being naughty here with my measuring spoon. So I'm going for
I've got
2
no
teaspoons.
backup batteries. I've only got bigger ones.
1 and 2. Alright. And I'm just going to fold that through my spatula because I think at this point, if you overbeat the flour in, that's going to result in a soft cake. So you want to send
Yeah, the batteries are low.
You want to mix
Shit.
in the flour until it's just mixed in. I'm going to stop at that point.
Has anyone got flour
My
tips?
yogurt, okay? As I said, I just pour in the whey. I didn't even measure that. I just don't
Shit,
do it.
she's up to the
I know that
yogurt.
goes against all rules of
All right,
baking
I'll sift
chemistry,
this.
but I'm not a scientist. And this is how I cook.
I'm running behind. I'm just putting my flour in now.
No, we're folding.
No worries, no worries. All right, that's 4 tablespoons of yogurt.
I don't have
Sunny
fancy
fucking
flour
night,
today
darling.
because I didn't go to the shops.
Sunny's
So
right
I'm
where I'm
cooking out of the
cooking.
pantry.
Yeah, that's how you should cook. I have fancy flour.
Sweetheart,
I'm
you're kind of in the way, darling.
oriented.
Move, Bubba.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
What happened to my spoon? All right. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice.
Jesus,
Can't bother
Elise.
measuring the lemon
Talk
juice.
like-
I hardly ever do.
So I did sift that flour just
Sometimes
before.
I just use half of the lemon.
We're just going to fold that in.
Into the batter, and then the rest of the lemon juice goes into the syrup for the drizzle aspect of the cake. Okay.
Someone's asking, are you using cake flour?
175
But no,
grams
but you
is
could. Cake flour
336
Yes.
mils. Thank you, Ruth.
Sounds like
So 1, 2, 3.
I'll add a bit
That was
more.
4 very generous.
Thank you so much.
spoonfuls of beautiful Mulaney dairy yogurt.
delicious. I'm adding a good pinch of salt.
Ooh, salt.
Where there is sugar, there should be salt.
I agree.
Okay.
So we'll sift the rest of the flour in.
And I'm just going to touch it again.
And I'm going to get some yogurt. I'm using Greek
You can
yogurt.
definitely use yogurt if you don't want to use egg. Yogurt's a good substitute.
I'm not sure if it's like a 1-for-1 thing though. You're gonna have to research what happens when you substitute yogurt for egg.
This is
Because
beautiful
yogurt isn't
Tasmanian Tamar Valley, not sponsored,
binding
Greek style yogurt.
necessarily.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm cutting second at the
I
moment.
reckon it looks like the flax egg or the alfalfa option.
Scott's like me, he's waiting for instructions, and Elise is all over the place.
Right, Scotty.
Yes.
So yogurt, lemon juice,
4
salt,
tablespoons of
all that in
yogurt.
your cake batter.
Can I just say, it's smelling amazing. Oh,
That's
I didn't put lemon
about-
juice in.
Yeah.
That's about 4.
I go for 2. I just tasted my cake batter and it's yum. I'm a big fan.
It smells so
fold this in.
good.
Does it smell good?
If you have other citrus,
Not yet, I'll mix it first.
No, you could do this with oranges.
Fold in the cheese.
Lime.
Any Shxt's Creek fans watching,
Um,
fold in the
I
cheese.
think that this cake also lends itself to a little bit of a boozy adaptation too. So in the drizzle,
You had me at
put, like,
boozy. I'm listening.
Have that boozy.
in the
Do
soap
tell,
for
do
the
tell.
cake, you could put like
We're also
splash
adding a
Contro
good pinch
or
of salt.
Here's
I think
I was hoping you would mention this because I have something prepared earlier. I have a lovely limoncello here, ready to go. But I also have, this is fun, this is a bergamot liqueur.
I'm also going to add some lemon juice like Elise did. I'm
you
going
have
to,
all the fun things.
because the batter's quite
Isn't
thick at the
that-
moment.
So I think I might put a bit of a bergamot spin on this.
Oh wow! I'm really curious.
So
about
I'm
what
putting
that
the juice
bergamot
of half a
tastes like.
lemon in
I
as
can't even
well.
imagine
I know, it's delightful.
it. So bergamot is an essential oil used in Earl Grey tea.
Yes.
There's another tea cake that I would make.
That's a better
sweet to the office,
consistency now.
Yeah.
and it's an Earl Grey tea cake. I feel like a bergamot liqueur would be really nice as like a bit of soap for that. That could be
That
yum.
would be so good.
So I'm just smoothing out the cake batter.
Do I have some limoncello?
We've got it in your tin already.
I've got it in the
I'm just
tin,
doing a
it's about
taste.
to go
No, I
in the
don't.
oven. I'm gonna lick the spoon.
Oh my God.
I'm going to taste my batter.
I need that cake batter. Do I have to cook it?
Yes, my oven's at 180. It's been preheating.
Oh,
Okay.
that tastes incredible, guys.
You want it in the middle of your oven.
That's my batter.
Woohoo! Yeah, that looks good. My batter's a bit browner because I've used that.
That's my batter. Does it look like
Oh, yeah, no.
Scotty's?
I just have
It
some-
tastes so lemony. I love this.
It's very lemony.
Yay! I just have a cameraman adjusting my tripod. for
I'm going
me.
to try to do this left-handed so
The
you can
problem with
see.
that, Adam, is that it's a bit too far now. Like I can't read what the words say.
We're whacking it in the cake tin, the loaf tin.
All right. So what I'm gonna do while my cake is in the oven, Scotty, is I'm gonna make the drizzle. Okay.
Oh, yes. Of
Yes, we've
course.
got to make the
Hang on, let
drizz.
me get my cake in the oven.
Yeah, I want to get mine in
So put your
too.
cake in the oven. In in the meantime, I'll run you through what we need for the drizzle.
Yes,
Lemon
please
juice.
Yes, I'm using my
Lemon juice
fingers.
from 2 lemons.
This is Masterchef. I'm under the pump, guys.
Icing sugar.
How much icing sugar?
I use about 100 grams for 1 cake.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to adjust the viscosity of the mixture with lemon juice.
And you want to
to
smooth this down into the
A little
tin.
bit of vanilla essence as well.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You could put limoncello in at this point.
I'll be making a boozy lemon syrup for my sake.
Oh, a
today.
boozy lemon
Beautiful.
syrup.
I'm just gonna
Nice.
grab another lemon.
Okay.
Waste not one. No, this smells amazing and tastes incredible already.
So I've got one of these zesters.
In the oven.
I don't know if anyone has one of these at home. Yeah, it's one of those little tools that you
That's
make.
bad.
I'm going to set the timer for 40
Sometimes
minutes.
Whip it out if you've got one.
I love
It's a
it.
zester. So you can make curls of the lemon zest.
I already
What am I
have.
making now?
I was ahead of my
So I'm
time.
just making some curls of lemon zest so that my cake looks pretty. And there's some
I'm
extra,
setting a timer.
lemon, a
I'm setting a timer for 35 minutes.
part of the lemon syrup. When you use a zester like this, all of those
It looked better than
oils
Scotty's.
just kind of
Woohoo!
burn out and they're all activated. It smells like winter in Melbourne, citrus season.
Okay,
You can see
so
the curls of the lemon zest.
I've got to
on the
start
zester.
making the lemon drizzle as well. Hang on a sec.
Oh, that looks so pretty.
Yeah.
I used all my lemon zest. Was I supposed to do
Sorry,
that?
I should have foreshadowed this part. So,
I used all my zest.
Pardon?
Sunny,
I used all my zest.
dinner, Bubba.
Sorry. If you've
I
got
will
an
substitute
orange
zest for bergamot liqueur. How about that?
Yeah, this is not essential. Nigella doesn't do this.
Okay.
Nigella doesn't do
Where
it.
did my zesty go?
Nigella's lemon drizzle is only the juice of, so she says use the juice of 1.5 lemons, about 4 tablespoons.
Well,
Okay.
the Growkery recipe says
I'm going
2
to use
lemons.
2 lemons.
Ah, me too.
Nice.
I'll
Me
measure
too.
it for you.
Oh,
I'll
snapsies.
measure it in meals.
Why do I look cross?
It's a concentrating phase.
Okay, so I've got my little small saucepan that I'm going to make my drizzle
I've
in.
got 95 mils of lemon juice. Okay. I may or may not add a little more, but if I do, I'll measure it. Okay. I'm going to measure out the icing sugar. Okay. So I want 100 grams of that. Okay. 100 grams of icing sugar. And Nigella doesn't do this. I put a little bit of salt.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
A fine salt, just a little bit of salt.
A fine
very
salt.
tiny pinch, like an 1/8 of a teaspoon, maybe.
An 1/8 of a teaspoon. All right, let's remember that,
I'm going
guys.
to grab vanilla essence, okay, and I'm going to put a tiny splash of this in there as well. I don't want to overpower the lemon flavour, so it's just a little bit of vanilla essence. I'm grabbing a spoon to mix that up, and then I'm going to put it onto the stove. I want this mixture to only just heat so that the icing sugar has melted. I don't want this coming to a boil because
All right.
that's when you'll start to get a bitterness from the lemon. I think that this is a critical thing to bear in mind because
Critical.
when you make something with lemon juice on a stove top, there is a risk that your mixture will become bitter. So this applies to things like lemon sorbet. It applies to things like what else, buddy? Lemon sorbet. What else are we melting lemon juice on the stove?
It's good to know.
Granita, lemon syrup, lemon
cordial.
lemon cordial.
Yeah. To an extent, lemon curd as well.
Oh yeah, yep.
Lemon curd can have an unpleasant bitterness about it.
Just grabbing another lemon, so we have 2 lemons, because I only just juiced 1.5.
Someone's asking if you need to sift.
Hey,
your
Ian Ellis.
sugar. No, not
It's a
like this.
cook-off.
because it's
I'm
being
competing
melted
against
on the
2
stove,
MasterChef
so that's
finalists.
Yeah. So
And
you'll
they're
notice
live
that
as well
I have that
on
cake that I prepared
Instagram.
earlier, and it's still sitting in the tin. This is the kind of cake that can stay in the tin.
Oh,
Nice.
From the oven. And I've taken it quite far in terms of the bake. So this was in the oven for about 35-40 minutes, and it looks brown.
Yeah.
I promise you, it's not overcooked.
oh, it's one she made earlier.
Okay.
I
I
promise you.
believe you.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are going to be voting, Ellen, not Ian, Ellis, not me.
Just amalgamating and melting away.
Just getting that little
I'm
pip
going
out. So we've got a little the juice of 2 lemons in there.
Scotty, your cake's still in the oven.
Mine's still in the oven. I'm not ready.
So it's something that you have to do later. Alright, I'm just giving it a good old stabbing. So we're nearly there with completing this lemon drizzle cake, really.
No way,
This is quite easy, isn't
she
it?
cheated.
It's so easy. So this is what I used to do. I'd wake
It is
up
very easy.
at like 6 a.m. I'd go for a walk with the dog or I'd go to the gym. I'd come back home. I'd make a cake, put it in the oven. Or some kind of thing. Maybe I had some sourdough dripping in the fridge and I baked it before work. Have a shower, breakfast, and then I'd go to work and take in something.
Oh, it's letting me do the icing treat. Oh, no, it's not.
Orange and poppy seed is something that's in the repertoire.
I don't know.
love orange and poppy seed.
100 grams, I'm guessing.
What are your go-to easy bakes?
Ginger floss, of course.
Yeah.
Flowers chocolate cake, that's always good. Like,
Oh,
you don't,
shut up.
flowers chocolate cake is easy. Just sort of like throw it all together and just chuck it in the oven.
Why do batteries always
That's
run
always
out
good.
run
Like
out at the
one
most
bowl, we don't need mixers or
inappropriate
anything.
times?
That sounds like my punch.
And I'm also going to add a pinch of salt, and you're not going to see me for a minute while I
Butter cake
whip
is
this up
like
on the stove.
divine, old school. Like you have to.
with this for the drizzle, the drizz. We're going to combine the icing sugar and juice from 2 lemons in a small saucepan over a medium heat until the sugar's dissolved. You can't overheat it, like don't overheat it. And I'm also going to put a little pinch of salt in there too. So I'll see you again in a little while.
You can't overstab it.
For the syrup to just fall through the cake, you want an even stabbing across the cake. You know, stab around the perimeter, then stab around through here again. And bring the stabs closer to the center of the cake, and then you have stabbed enough. This is like how I would stab a stick and egg pudding as well. Okay. Now this cake is still warm to the touch. It's really important to pour the syrup in.
Just so you guys know, I'm using my little badoing, so there won't be any lumps in the lemon drizz.
Just starting to steam. Normally I wouldn't even take it to that point.
I think, yeah, mine's like got the steam happening.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
If I
yeah,
was
no.
adding alcohol, I'd actually
There's
add
still
it
some
now.
batter on the
So
bowl.
it's
Holy
a
shit,
bit
guys.
What a fabulous idea.
It's so good.
And I would probably add like a shot, taste it. If it tastes good in the pot, it's going to taste good in your cake.
Look, it's very important. So I have a bit of a glass here, and I've got my bergamot liqueur. So,
Just adding the little pinch of salt,
so
everyone.
good. Do you reckon a quarter of a cup of liqueur?
Yeah, taste it. Add a little. If you add less, you can always add more.
Let's put that
Where's the
yogurt
button?
back in the
happy
fridge.
with the consistency of this, and I'm really happy with the flavour, so I'm not going to add any more lemon juice. I don't know if you can see.
What consistency are you looking for? Do you want it to like
I'll give you a
reduce
full
down a little
screen.
bit?
I'll show you. You ready? No, you don't want it to reduce. No.
Okay,
It's literally just melted. That's
Just
it.
dissolve.
perfect.
I'm going to pour it into the cake. I'm going to pour the whole lot.
Oh
Okay?
my god, it's a lot of syrup.
It's a lot of syrup.
Whoa.
You're going to get pools of lemon candy around the edges. I'm going to give it
Shut
a
up.
moment I'm going to give it a moment.
It's heaps of syrup, guys.
Zest to look pretty. So I'm just giving it a bit of a smooth around. And then I'm going to grab a spoon. I just noticed that the pouring method was
Hi, Sunny Bun.
allowing for an equal distribution around the cake.
Oh no!
So I'm correcting that now. Okay. Alright, almost.
Okay, so my lemon syrup is leaning more towards the lemon than the sugar because there's already sugar in the cake. I like the tartness. I love citrus. But while you're making the drizz, while you're making the drizzle, you do a little taste test and get it where you want. But for me, I'm quite happy with where it is now.
That cake that you know about, that you think we don't know about, that we should know about.
Elise, I'm very concerned that there are cakes out there that I haven't met yet.
Yeah.
And this concerns me greatly.
There's very important information in the world that we are yet to learn.
I know. And to think that there might be more than just the lemon drizzle cake out there that I haven't made before. This is a problem. I think this is a problem we need to solve.
So Susan Mawson, let's have a look. Apple and currant cake. Now, Susan, is this a traditional cake of a particular region of the world? Is an apple and currant cake something that if I Google it, it's going to be the cake that you have just mentioned? Someone else has mentioned
The
hazelnut
sugar's
and walnut.
just about dissolved.
Oh, yum!
That sounds like a delicious flavour combination. But
Sounds really good.
what is the sponge like? Is this a light and fluffy sponge? Is it a butter cake? What type of cake is it? Okay.
There's so many questions that need
Hazelnut,
answering.
chocolate, and cherry.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
It sounds really good. It sounds like almost.
So here's my
Yes.
lemon
Andrew's
drizzle.
favourite cake is Black Forest.
That's Anna's favourite cake. I'm not even
And
kidding.
it's, like I said, leaning on the tart side because I like a good tart.
That's so
When
good.
is Andrew's birthday?
April.
April. Okay. Well, Adam's birthday is October, so I would be making.
Need to
Black
put a
Forest
dog in it?
We
Oh,
could
that's good.
strategically make Black Forest.
Yeah, lots of
together
syrup.
online in October.
Yes. Yes. Well, my birthday's in October.
And
I
here's the
also like
timer.
Black Forest,
We've
so
got
that could
24 minutes to
What
go.
date's your birthday?
14th.
14th. Okay, yes, that could work. Adam is the 23rd. 21st. My dad's birthday is the 23rd.
I'm just going to do some of the dishes. See, this was so quick, guys. Like, honestly. Pretty easy.
Having it far away. Is that
Bring
right?
on.
Oh, here's a phone. Here's a
Oh,
phone.
upside down mango and pineapple cake. That sounds very Queensland. I'm all
That
for
sounds so Queensland. What am I going to do in Melbourne? We have mangoes for like 1 month of the year, and the pineapples are never good. Because
Queensland's the
I
home
mean,
of pineapple.
sometimes you get a good pineapple. Sometimes you get a good pineapple.
Did you
It's
see
like
me say
you can't get a pineapple that smells really strong?
hi groovers in their chat? I'm about to put another comment.
Deep colour, and it's hard to experience that because they're generally coming from interstate and they haven't fully ripened once they hit the supermarket or the grocery store or market. That being said, might be a perfect pineapple for a pineapple cake because it needs sugar. So.
True, yeah. What is a prune speckcoke?
Here we go. That's what
Speckcoke?
we're talking about.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
Prune.
You never bake, Ruth?
Fruit.
You should bake this. My God, it's so easy.
Speckcoke.
Is
I'm
it
so
just-
bad at I'm so
Is
bad
it
at
Polish?
Where does the
Ooh,
prune
vanilla hot
speckcoke
milk.
come from? I love prunes.
Vanilla hot milk.
Ooh, carrot apple cake, yum.
Yes, the classic. The classic. Scotty,
Yes.
So don't forget, guys, the link to Scotty's website is pinned in chat. Make sure you follow Bagsie because he's awesome.
I think there's food sovereignty in cake. I'm going to put that out there.
I'm hearing you. Yeah.
What are you up to, Sunny?
different cultures
I
around
can't chase you at the moment. I'm live on the tubes, Groover.
Yes.
Sonny wants me to chase her.
For different occasions within, different cultures, different religions.
Thank you to the 4 people who've stuck
there will be
around this
ingredients
trial.
that we might not even have access to because of where we live in the world.
I appreciate your loyalty or your
I think
patience.
we should dig further. You
Yeah.
not knowing the lemon drizzle blew my mind, and there'll be people in the world who
I know.
they don't know what a prune squid is, and they can't even pronounce it.
I know. I know.
Oh, Plumey. Sorry, it's Plumey who doesn't bake.
I think we need to have a brainstorm.
Oh, Elise showed you a
Maybe have to
dog.
think about this a bit more.
Well, Sunny's running around right now, but I can't. There's not enough room for me to show her just
I'm
here.
thinking a cake challenge. Like,
How long?
can
It says
we,
25 to 30. Oh, sorry, 35 to 40 minutes. And we've got another 21 minutes to go.
Yeah, I know. How can we
Yeah, I thought you baked, Ruth.
look, we've been
My
on this
glasses are
live
fogged up. I need
for,
to clean them again.
What, 50 minutes now? This is my finished result from a cake that I made earlier. I'm going to cut it. I'll post a picture of the final result.
It looks so good.
All right, let's
Maybe
expand
once
their
your cake is
screen.
done and you're tasting it, Scotty, send me a video message of what your verdict is regarding the lemon drizzle.
Yes. Yes.
Make
I think
sure
mine
it's
is smelling really good, but I think I was very late to get it in the oven, so I think it's got a fair bit of time to still go.
That's fine. That's fine. When it's done, let me know what you think. You're finally being acquainted with my favourite cheesecake.
I love this.
All right. So let's come back to the idea of cake challenge. I don't know if like Maya or Aaron or Manoli or anyone's watching that we know. Let's just have a look if they are, because I want to know if they know the lemon drizzle. I'm just gonna have a look. Aaron.
Yeah. Are you gonna shame me out? Am I the only person in the world that doesn't know what a lemon drizzle cake is?
No. Look, let's just find out. I've sent a couple
Everyone's
of
asking
requests.
when my cake is. It's still in the oven. I don't think it's ready.
It's baking. The baby is in the oven baking. Could you imagine, Scotty, if we committed to a cake challenge where we had to make like 100 cakes?
What?
How long would it take us to make 100 cakes? A year?
A very long time. That is a lot of cake.
And if we had to eat it all, we would probably need to have gym memberships.
We would die.
It wouldn't be too good. But research is something I'm very enthusiastic about.
Me too.
Well, I've invited Aaron and invited me, but I don't know if they're gonna.
Right, so Plumey, you bake bread pie, but you've never baked cake. Ruth makes Indian chickpea cakes. Yum. Savoury cakes, not sweet. So maybe a lemon drizzle is needed. Yeah, well, there you go. Why not? That's the fun of cooking, isn't it? It's experimenting and trying lots of different things. I just got a travel alert. Just give me a moment. I've got to see if I'm allowed to come out of self-isolation yet or not.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, if we were to go on a tour of cakes around the world,
Yes.
I could see our brains being very comfortable with that idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be comfortable.
No, they haven't updated it. So I still have to wear a face mask in public for 14 days after I was last in SA. So from tomorrow, I'll be 1 week in with a week to go. And also I have to continue to limit my movement in the community and people visiting my house. And yeah, so I'm still self-isolating, Groovers, which means I probably won't be able to get my first Pfizer shot on Sunday either. Hey, Serenity B. No, I'm not on screen at the moment because we're streaming Scott and Elise from Masterchef. Scott's my friend and he's just started up a new website. The link is in chat, and I'm cooking along with them. Hang on, he's taking his cake out.
I think it still needs a little bit more time.
Mine definitely does.
So I'll post it, but I've got my syrup, my boozy bergamot limoncello syrup.
Yum.
Hello, Friday night.
My Friday night set. I hope everyone has made their version of this amazing lemon drizzle cake. Please share it with us. We'd love to see what it looks like. Make it in lockdown. You only need simple pantry staples. And I am so happy that I've got to try this and share this with you, Elise. I've never tried lemon drizzle cake, so this is going to be good.
Well done, Scotty. I'm very happy about this. But thanks everyone for watching. Martha, I saw your comment, your suggestion to paint some lemons. I love art therapy, and painting lemons is a great idea.
Good idea.
To everyone who's watched, thank you for joining us. If any of you are frontline workers during this pandemic, thank you especially for everything that you're doing to keep us safe. Nurses, doctors, people on the front lines, you are, our heroes. So thank you. Other than that, Scotty, I'll see you later.
Have a good Friday night.
You
Cheers.
too. And Sabina will be with us next time.
Yes. Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, you wimps. Well, they've ended it. So I'll just get my mouse cursor off that screen. It looked like there was something on my bench, but it wasn't. Wow, there you go. So you're going to have to judge me the best because, well, you don't have to, but Elise had a pre-made one. We didn't even get to see Scotty's finished product, and mine still has 15 minutes to go. So I'm going to grab a stool and just sit here. Sorry, I've got a fixed camera again, but it's balancing on a contraption I put together this afternoon, and I dare not move it. And now Messenger's going off our little bubble with Scotty that we had when he was on Masterchef. I'm just... So one thing I did miss... I was going to say, Ruth, with your lemon drizzle, your mum made the best lemon drizzle. It could be hard emotionally, but then you could also honor her by making one in her honor or trying to perfect hers. I always try to perfect my mum's cooking wherever I can. And yeah, so I'm lockdown number 5. How are you doing, Serenity Bee? I'm a bit bummed. I mean, look, I've got to do the right thing, obviously, but because of what's happened in South Australia, and I was there from the 10th to the 17th, Tasmania shut their borders, and anyone that's returned home from South Australia since the 8th of July has to self-isolate as much as possible. It's not quarantine, but provided we don't have any symptoms, and wear a mask for 2 weeks, which is interesting because we've never had to wear them down here. Well, apart from up in the north of Tasmania briefly she did speak a lot, Cody. She did. She can out-talk me. That's saying something. Yeah, because we haven't had to wear masks, when I went out today with a mask on, everyone gave me a very wide berth. So I'm actually a bit of a fan of the masks. That big blue thing there, if anyone's wondering, and that's the base of my KitchenAid. She used to say it's in the back. Oh, it's in the book. Which book? 500 books later. My sister-in-law and niece got out of the quarantine hotel in Melbourne today to fly home after doing 2 weeks in quarantine, arriving from Singapore. And I did have plans to catch up with Nikki and Lily and my sister down here on Monday. Instagram boots you off after an hour. Scott just messaged. He said, we spoke too much at the start. Instagram boots you off after an hour. I'm going to teach him how to YouTube. I'll tell him he can do a 20-hour live. I don't think Scotty spoke. Elise can chat. That was fun, though, and I hope that you guys love Scotty. Do sign up to his website. You'll get newsletters when he uploads new recipes and notifications about when he's going to be going live like he did just before. So it could be fun. But, yeah, apparently an Instagram live can only go for 1 hour. So, yeah, I don't know if I don't know. What would you guys do? It says the latest notification, like my friend Andrew's having a 50th birthday tomorrow night to make up for the one he wasn't able to have last year. And you can only have 10 people in a group now. And I'm pretty much meant to self-isolate as much as possible and avoid social gatherings. I wasn't at any of the high-risk premises on any of the specified dates. In fact, most of the hot spots that have been listed, it occurred on dates and times after I'd actually left Adelaide. So I wasn't exposed as far as I know, but I haven't developed any symptoms in the last week. But it does say anyone in Tasmania and not in quarantine who's been in South Australia must continue to wear a face mask in public and should limit their movement in the community and people visiting their house for 14 days after they were last in SA. Oh, my God, Scotty's here. Oh, Scott, they love you. I think you've got a few new it's still cooking, Aussie. Scott, I think hopefully you've got a few new subscribers. The lovely Ruth has been flogging your Instagram and the website. It was so much fun. So we're just sitting. I've got a fixed camera. You know, I was chatting to you about that today. So yeah, I'm obviously right here, but they loved you, Scotty. It was fun. How much longer till your cake is ready? I've got 9 minutes. Wow. And here's my lemon jizz. Hey, I missed it. What did Elise, when she punctured her cake with holes to pour the drizz in, what did she use? Did she use a skewer or a knife, or maybe go if you can and wear a mask? I was thinking more about, I don't think going to the pub is a good idea with a mask on, because I think social gatherings are limited to 10 people, and I don't know what the number is in pubs. I meant more about my sister-in-law and niece coming down to see me on Monday. Oh, Ruth. Yes, Ruth spotted the Portuguese custard tarts. I love them too. They're so good. It's a challenge, Serenity B. You feel naked without a mask now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the cake too. It is a challenge, I would imagine. I mean, we've never been in lockdown here. I spoke to my cousin who lives in Sydney earlier, and she's in surprisingly good spirits. I was expecting her to be really struggling, but she's able to work from home. She said compared to last year, it's much easier this year because she's got a job. She's working from home. Where she lives too, she's very lucky. She's in this little block of apartments in Sydney, and at the base of the block is an amazing supermarket, like with everything you would need. And it's not a gated community. Like you can get, where the apartments are is, but the supermarket's open to the public, but it's just a small suburban apartment block, so it's fairly low. I mean, it services the area, but it's not overcrowded. But all the residents in the apartments, they're delivering the groceries up to them and just knocking on the door. So she's actually doing much better than I thought, thank God. But I've got other friends I want to check in. Just come and hang out here whenever you feel like some company, Serenity. I mean, I feel like company too because I'm self-isolating as much as I can. I just don't think going to the pub tomorrow night is a good idea. I really don't. Just seeing how people even reacted to me today in the supermarket, they were looking at me with I was getting this side eye. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it's spreading so quickly again, Ruth. I know you mentioned that earlier, but Ruth's in the UK, Scott, if you're still around. I don't know if he's still here or not, but hey, I could send Scotty a link and he could jump up and we could see his cake. Hang on. I don't know if Scotty's around or not still, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to send him a message. Look, I've sent him the link, whether or not he... if he's still here or not. He hasn't chatted again, so I know we can have up to 9 on panel. Well, I've just sent him the link in Messenger, so I'm not sure if he'll see it or not. But Andrew, whose birthday it is tomorrow night, is how I met Scott. So he's seen the link. He might take it. I'll just say, or anyone who feels... I'll drop the link in here too, actually, if anyone does want to jump up. Why not? Why the hell not? Come and say g'day. But yeah, big hugs to you girls and anyone else in lockdown, quarantine hotels. Like, much love to all of you. My sister-in-law and niece wending their way back to Tasmania as we speak, which is awesome. Just doing a bit of cleaning up as we go. This is awesome. My kitchen will be, not only was that recipe super easy, but my kitchen is going to probably be squeaky clean by the time I end this live. But I did want to know from Scott if Elise, did any of you see what she punctured her cake with to pour this, the drizzle? Did she use a knife? The recipe says to use a skewer. Oh, no, it just says, yeah, to prick the surface of your hot cake with a skewer, pour the syrup immediately over your cake and then allow the cake to cool in the pan. You guys know what I'm like. I'll still try it while it's still warm because I love warm baked goods. The last time I did a cake with a drizzle, I thought I used like the base of one of these chopsticks. I thought I used that, or might have used the pointy end. You use a skewer, Mandy? Okay. Well, I've got to get a skewer out anyway to do the skewer test on the cake. Oh, God, it smells amazing. It looks amazing too. It's very pretty. It said 35 to 40 minutes. Pardon me. 180 degrees Celsius or 160 if it's a fan-forced oven. I've got heaps of skewers too, Ruth. Well, Elise had prepared one earlier. Scott's would still be cooking. I did drop a link for him in Messenger and said, do you want to come up and join me and you can show off your cake as well? But I don't think he's even seen it. I mean, it is 6:45. It's kind of dinner time, I guess. And, yeah, well, 6:45. I'm pretty sure he's probably cooking dinner now. Which means I might have to win by default, Plumey. I'm the last man standing, right? Okay. So that was set for 35 minutes. So I'm just going to test it with a skewer. Now, you guys know the trick. There's the skewer. See if it'll focus on the skewer. But it hasn't come out clean. If there's still, like, cake batter on the skewer, it's not cooked. So we're going to set the timer for another 5 minutes. And I'm doing a taste test of the... Oh, yum. Oh, man, it's moist. I mean, it's not cooked yet, but you can tell it's going to be moist. Hasn't risen a lot. Like, it's not a huge cake, but my God, it looks good. We did have to sort of wing the ingredients a bit because my scales carked it. Somebody remind me to put batteries on my shopping list. The little ones, the AAAs. I've put nearly everything away. I can't believe it. I've got like a little bowl of washing left to do, a little load. Need to wash that. Nobody wants to come up and say hi? Huh. Slightly different live at least. I thought it was a bit of fun. I'm going to do it again. I quite liked the pressure of cooking along with those highly experienced home cooks. I mean, they've been on Masterchef, guys. They're like, you know, they're the real deal. Alrighty. Okay, the tea towels are now on my hydronic heating radiator. I like doing that so they... Oh, you're back. You had to check the cake. Is it done, Scotty? I just tested mine with a skewer and it's still moist. So I've just given it another 5 minutes. But if you want to grab a link, I don't know if you're cooking dinner as well, but if you click on that link, Scotty, it'll guide you through what you need to do. It's super easy to get up on StreamYard. And you could show us your cake. But if you're cooking or whatever, that's fine too, Groover. Oh, thank you. Ruth just sent me a reminder to put AAA batteries. Yours is ready. Mine's got 3 minutes to go. Yeah, so if you click on that link above, it'll like click on it so it opens it in a new browser. And it'll take you through the steps. They're pretty straightforward. And then you'll end up backstage and I can add you to my stream because I'm riveting at the moment. It's got the fixed camera happening. Here's my skewer. But what did Elise use to put in the drizzle? Because the last time I made a drizzle cake, I'm pretty sure I stabbed it with a chopstick. But you reckon a skewer for the cake? It does say in the recipe. I got confused. Well, not confused, but like I was like, hang on a sec. We didn't do the lemon and sugar first, and then my scales, the batteries are flat. Do you think I could find a spare AAA battery anywhere? No, I've got heaps of AA's if anyone needs them. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Ruth.
It works on my old phone, but not on my new one.
Isn't that interesting?
Weird.
So, Scotty, this is your newest subscriber, Ruth, and possibly
Hello,
some others. Give some feedback on this bake-off. What did you think of it, Ruth? Something different, bit of fun?
Excellent fun. Yes, we could do this again.
That was the easiest cake to make. Thank you for the reminder for my shopping list too. You're a dag. Serenity B, even though I got a new job for essential workers or on the skeleton staff, PPE apparel to be worn on all shifts. Roster came through tonight. I'm actually really pleased for you, Serenity B. That would be so stressful. And Scotty is saying, yeah, a skewer to poke the cake, not a chopstick. So I'll just use the same cake testing skewer.
As long as you wipe it.
Wipe it?
Yeah, because if you poke the cake with it already and it's sticky, you need to wipe it, don't you? Actually, it'll wipe off on the sponge.
Oh, look out. We've got a celebrity guest.
Yay!
Hey, gorgeous.
Hi.
Hiya!
See how easy that was? Welcome to the world of YouTube and StreamYard, Scott.
What have you made?
Same as you.
Oh my goodness, hang on a sec.
I got a clean skewer, by the way.
Excellent.
That looks so good. Beautiful. Amazing.
Yeah, you did good to me. She was like,
Well, someone's rocked up at their house with food.
okay.
That is so good.
I want to go to their house right now, Ruth. I can only imagine, like, if you're delivering food to people who can cook really well, you've got to cook really good food, right?
We have an extra now. I hope it's
Yum.
I'm stabbed.
So whatever's just being delivered to Scott is probably pretty nice, I would imagine.
I haven't had breakfast yet.
Yeah.
Well, there's cake for... Oh, the thing went off before. Hang on.
Like in like little containers we had. Measured out the icing sugar, didn't we?
I had some I had date cakes delivered yesterday. I might have to have some of them.
They look very...
Awesome. I'm just about to some syrup on mine.
I watched your video, Ruth, and they looked very pretty.
They are really nice. They're lovely.
Yeah, they look gorgeous. I loved all of the things. I liked how excited you were.
Oh,
And then you guys are talking about like first cake.
Okay, so here you go, guys. Here's the cake.
yum. Gosh, that looks
And-
yummy.
It looks really good, huh? And I'm just going to
But I made this one.
slab it with the skewer all over.
Really, really
I'm going to
great.
prick the surface.
And then the next day,
But this is going to allow the lemon drizzle to go down into the cake.
carrying the cake, and I wasn't carrying it with the right handle, and I was just carrying it by the lid.
Oh, it's such a light cake. Like, it feels incredible. And then you're going to pour this on immediately.
In front of this massive wheelie.
And you want to get it over all of the top of the cake. I have made a cake like this before. Not this recipe, but one with a drizzle.
And I stood there just going, oh my god. But then all these magpies and crows started swooping me. 'Cause they wanted
Oh,
to
that
get-
looks so good.
And I was just sitting there
And then it's going to soak up the...
embarrassed.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll mute Scotty for a minute. There's a bit of excitement in their household. So I've just poured the syrup over it. So now it's got this beautiful glossy sheen. The only thing I'm upset about is I didn't have any limoncello, because I reckon that would have been a beautiful thing to add to the drizzle, don't you, Ruth?
Yeah, I think you're minus 5 points for not having limoncello around.
-5?
Yeah, yep.
But I can't drink anymore, and I did have some, but I think it had passed its use-by date.
All right, we'll okay, -1 then. Just this.
Yeah,
once.
well, hey, what about the fact I'm drinking ginger beer whilst cooking? Doesn't that get me
Oh no,
back to
you get 10 points for that. A good 10
Okay.
points for that. Yep.
Oh, wait, here's Scotty's back.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. What did you have delivered? We want to eat it.
My neighbour made a lemon drizzle cake as well and brought it over to show me. It's so good.
Where's her? Have you got it still, or she whisked it away again?
I've got mine. Here's mine.
Yum.
Oh, yours is very golden.
It's very brown, isn't it?
You've got a lot of caramelization. Can you see mine, Scotty?
Oh, look at yours. That looks good. I think I overcooked mine. I got sidetracked.
But I like eating cake and things out of the oven while they're still warm. I don't want to wait for this to cool down to try it.
I know. Well, I've got to put like the syrup over the top now.
Straight away, man. You've got to do it straight away. Immediately, the recipe says immediately.
Immediately.
Yes. Hey, Scouting Clara.
I feel I've got sidetracked on doing that immediately too.
Did you stab it first?
Yes. I've stabbed it.
Oh, good.
Holy moly, there's a lot of syrup.
Yeah, it took a while for
use a
mine to soak in. Yeah, mine took a little while.
Did it?
Yeah. You go, Cody, check it out, huh? Yum.
Yours looks so good.
I want to taste it.
I was just stabbing mine a bit more.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello,
That's beautiful, Andrew, in the background, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Andrew. I forgot I was actually on the
Ruth's up on the panel with us too.
Hello.
I forgot.
She's Scott's newest subscriber, Andrew.
Thank you.
But I want to try it. I'm going to try it hot because,
Why not?
Well, I've made I've made a cake before with a drizzle, and it's lovely when it gets cold because it's got all the syrup through it. But if I take a little slice out of the middle and push it together, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
We can't not do a live taste test. I used to give scores out of like 50,000.
50,000.
But I'm being sensible now and doing like out of 10.
Fair enough.
But Elise went all over the shop. I had everything prepared from the recipe, right? And it was like, well, we meant to put the lemon zest in with the sugar first, and then the next thing she's adding the yogurt, and I'm back with you. We're still way behind. Oh my god, this is so holy shit! This is moist. This is more. It's going to be like a lemon delicious, I reckon.
Oh yes,
I love a lemon delicious.
it looks so good.
Oh my god. Oh.
I need some.
We need to send some to Ruth in London. They're having a terrible time.
Ruth in London.
Yes.
No, I'm in the Fens.
Oh.
I'm in the middle of near the bump that sticks out on the right hand side.
What did you just call it? The what?
The Fens. Fenland. It's all reclaimed land. It used to be marshland.
Oh, cool. What time is it over there?
It is 9:55
At
AM.
night or in the morning?
AM.
in the morning,
In the morning.
and
See,
I haven't had my
taken-
breakfast.
I've taken out a chunk and you just push cakes together. Always cut from the middle. I learned this a few years ago. Cut from the middle and then just keep pushing it together, and it stays moist. Everyone cuts cakes from the outside, but if you take the slice
that's
out of
clever.
the middle, and push and it'll stay fresh a lot longer.
Oh, there you go.
I
I
love
learned
that.
something today.
Now, I did take all the scrapping, the bits out of the base too to do it, but look at that moist, steaming.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Hang on.
Yum.
Plemy says, in the Netherlands, we have to judge the taste. Well, the same thing in Australia too.
Yeah.
Scott, you can tell everyone what the judging criteria is on Australian Masterchef.
Oh gosh. I don't know whether there is a specific criteria. It does come down to the criteria changes because it's the challenge. So most importantly is meeting the brief. Whatever the brief is, whatever the challenge is, making sure that you've answered that brief.
Are you trying your cake? Speaking of answering the brief.
Not
Look at
yet. I've got a lot of syrup and it's taking a while to soak in.
Was your cake not hot anymore?
I don't think it was hot enough.
Oh my god. Oh my
I have more
god.
syrup than cake at the moment.
Holy shit, people. This is so lemony.
Oh,
Kingsley. That's that beautiful cat, Kingsley, the Maine Coon. Kingsley, hello.
hello, Kingsley.
Now Sunny's coming to join in too. Hi, Sunny. I'm like, could I be really unhygienic and lift her up and put her in the camera?
Yeah.
You go, Moogie.
Hello, Sunny.
Hey, Sunny.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's cute. She's very cute. But now she's upset with me. She's like, don't pick me up. A bit like Kingsley. The little girls don't like being picked up, do they?
No.
Nope. This is so moist.
That looks so good.
I know. I should have taken the crumbs off because it's kind of made it look ugly because the cake itself is actually beautiful. But I wanted all these yummy crumbly bits at the bottom.
Oh, sorry.
In chat, Plemy says Scott Bagnall going home from the look. Looks like you're the one going home, Bagsie.
What? Oh, no.
I think Elise should go home because here's one I prepared earlier.
I know. She cheated, didn't she?
Yeah.
He did.
What did she cheat? She
Cheat.
didn't make it on the fly.
She did, but she had one pre-prepared.
Ah.
This is so amazing. My God. It is the moistest cake. The lemon. Show how much Drizzle have you still got to soak up?
Look, it's pretty good, I think. Like most of it's soaked up now.
You've got to have a taste, dude.
But I have to photograph it first for the Instagrams.
Oh, you do too.
Very important.
Well, I didn't. I just hoed straight into mine. Someone can take a screenshot from this live. I can't stop eating it. It's so yummy.
I can't wait to try it. I might run away and photograph it, and then I'm going to have a try.
Well, I'm keen to hear about it because I want to know how the boozy jizz went. I mean, Driz.
Yeah.
You have to tell us.
Yeah,
all
that
about
sounded awesome.
Yeah, it did, like, not the jizz bit, the actual what you put in your drizzle sounded really good.
Bergamot.
Yes.
I love
You
bergamot.
put bergamot in the drizzle, did you?
Bergamot liqueur.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Well, I'll run away, and then I can log back in and do a taste test.
All right, gorgeous. But I'm giving it 10 out of 10.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well done, Elise.
Yay!
Even though she was all over the shop and I had the ingredients all lined up, ready to go, and it was like, it was fun though. I felt like I was actually on Masterchef doing a pressure test with you guys.
It was a bit like that, wasn't it?
It was. It was fun. You know those challenges where you have to sort of cook along with somebody? It felt like that, but not as intense.
Nice.
No, it was in a kitchen, not in a tent. Welcome to Dad Jokes with Andrew. Yay!
Well, thank you
Okay,
for coming.
I'll be back.
Yeah, if we're still around, come back and let us know.
Okay. We'll talk
That was
soon.
fun.
Bye.
Bye, beautiful boys.
Bye.
Aren't they gorgeous?
That cat was absolutely stunning.
Oh, Kingsley. Oh, my God. Look, hang on. Let me see if I can find. This is so funny. They did they do, for all of the contestants, they do little, vignettes, sort of videos, sort of getting to know you kind of things. Hang on. And they did one of Kingsley. You still there, Ruth? Oh, I had to mute. Hang on. Sorry, I'm muted.
Do you want me to go?
No, not at all. I want you to hang around. I'm trying to find they do these little vignettes of the contestants, sort of like getting to know you videos. And they did one of Kingsley and it's hilarious. I've just got to try and remember how to find it. I don't want you to go at all if you're happy to stick around for a sec.
Yeah, fine.
What if I type in Kingsley and see if it comes up? It was like a little short thing that they did.
I might fade away from lack of food, mind you.
Yeah, no, you're probably ravenous, huh? All
I
right.
think the chances of being fed away from lack of food is quite remote, actually.
Well, I'm just going to... Hey, Special Ed, you just missed a world first. I did a cook-off against 2 Masterchef finalists. We all made a lemon drizzle cake. That is so moist and amazing. Yes, I said moist. It's so good. Honestly, Ruth, you've got to make this.
I'm jealous.
You'll be able to make it, babe.
Yeah, I might try and make it in that my fake Instapot.
Oh, okay. You bake cakes in that?
Well, apparently you can, and it has an air fryer thing on it. I tried to make popcorn in it. It's rubbish.
Well, I've got an Instant Pot and I've seen the recipes for cakes and stuff, but I haven't tried it yet. But my God, that's so good. And Mandy Hall's off to get the ingredients because you only need, like, most people would have most of this stuff in their house. Like, it's unsalted butter, caster sugar, eggs, vanilla, 2 lemons, self-raising flour, 4 tablespoons of yogurt, icing sugar, and a pinch of salt. Oh, Scott and Cora was so good. But check this out, since you love Kingsley. For all you Kingsley fans, check this out. Add it to the stream. Okay, this is so funny.
I don't love getting up early on the weekend, but if there's bakery goods involved...
It's not that one. Sorry. I mean, that's probably lovely too, but there's one of Kingsley and they're trying to get like footage of her and she just refuses to perform. And it's just too funny. She gets really nasty. She hisses at them. It's very funny. But I don't know how to find it now because it's now that MasterChef is finished, I can't find my way back into where it was, unfortunately. But Kingsley's a hoot. She's an absolute hoot. And if you follow him on Instagram, he puts up lots of videos and photos and stuff of her. Yeah, it's not coming up anymore. It was in my, maybe I saved it to my favorites or something. I don't know. It's probably my history too. You sound like you have faded away, Ruth. Are you still with us?
No, I'm still here. I've just had a strange news flash come up on my screen.
Oh,
It says Korea, breaking news, breaking news. Korea now has 15 unicorn companies. What the fuck?
has 15 unicorn.
Yeah, unicorn companies. I mean, why?
As in, like, an actual make-believe unicorn? Or
I
is it
don't
some...
know. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah, thank you, Tori, because how weird.
Oh no.
Gee, that cake is great. Like, my mouth still feels like it had a tasty, tasty explosion in it.
I'm very jealous.
It was so good. So good. I cannot yeah, that was divine. I've got to say though, I love a lemon delicious, but that was like way easier because you don't have to sort of, you know, make the sauce first and you know, like there's not as many steps, but in terms of how light and yummy it is, oh my God, it was so good. So good. I'm determined to find the Kingsley video before we sign off. So what will you be having for breakfast, Ruth?
I have well, there's probably a third of a large tub of yogurt that I need to consume. So I might put some in some lassi and also might have some on a bit of Weetabix.
Well, if you've got yogurt you've got to use up, you should make this frigging cake. Because I reckon, I mean, the only thing I had to get from the shop that I didn't have in my pantry was the yogurt. So
I have no flour. Oh, I do have flour, but it's a bit out of date.
but you could substitute if you've got any almond flour or coconut flour or
Yeah, yeah, I haven't got them either. I use gram flour most of the time if I'm going to use flour at all.
yeah.
Or potato flour sometimes. But I haven't managed to get any potato flour.
Potato flour.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't. There's probably a bit of sugar somewhere, but I don't use sugar most of the time.
Right.
The lemons are on order, but I have to wait till they arrive. I've got lemons and limes coming today, I hope, later today.
Oh, that'd be true. Like you guys would have like, you know, you have to wait for certain foods and all sorts of stuff being in lockdown, wouldn't you? It's not like you've just got everything at your fingertips.
Well, I'm now. Well, I might have to change this after this last few days. I've been trying to do an order every fortnight and get as much fruit and vegetables and trying to keep it as cold as possible so it lasts a bit longer. But it's they've started stripping the shelves again here, by the way.
Oh, the panic buying has started again.
But it's stupid. We have a lack of HGV drivers mostly. That's what some of the issue is. So people are going, oh, and because so many people have been pinged because of Boris Johnson's, oh, we'll just have to ping everybody instead of making sure you keep wearing your masks. No, we'll just ping people. So of course everybody's being pinged because it's spreading so rapidly.
Oh no.
And it's a bit of a. I mean, before we came out of lockdown, because we're not in lockdown anymore, we're allowed to do whatever we like.
Yeah.
A load of the NHS doctors and medical staff wrote to the government and said, please don't do this. Please make sure everybody still wears their masks and keeps their distance. But are they doing it? No. The day that we came out of lockdown, gone midnight, they were all in the nightclubs, all right up in everybody's faces. No masks, no protection, no nothing. And the numbers are going to go in 2 weeks' time. The numbers are going to be huge. They've already shot up a lot. They are going to be huge because people do not give a fuck. They really don't. Sorry.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you know,
I wasn't going to talk about this.
The situation in Australia hasn't obviously got nearly as bad as it has anywhere else in the world, but we're seeing for the first time, like Sydney's just like screwed at the moment. You know, it's over 100 new cases a day at the moment, which sounds very small to other parts of the world, but that's like massive for here. Oh no,
It's massive.
Camera's pulsing again.
It is massive.
It's, you know, for Australia it is, and they're in like lockdown. The lockdown restrictions are getting even stricter again, but they've been in lockdown since the middle of June, and you know, August is just around the corner. It's quite full on for here, but even you know, Melbourne are now in their 5th lockdown. Adelaide's in a lockdown for a week. Tassie, where I live, we've never had to go into a lockdown, which has been kind of amazing. But, you know, never say never. So far, we remain COVID-free, which is awesome. But I can't even imagine what it's been like for people living in countries like England and Spain and Italy. And, you know, when is there an end in sight? I'm seeing you've put in a plan.
I think they're being more sensible than us. I think the UK are the world's experiment at the moment.
Do you think so? Because I think America last year was almost textbook what not to do.
Yeah, but I think they've woken up. Their Delta cases are going up. They're going up quite badly. But I still think that places that are feeling it badly now in the USA are actually taking precautions now, whereas we just seem to be, let's just open up. We've got this really nasty variant that's killing younger people, and anyway, my uncle's friend died the other day of COVID. He has only not long turned 40, very fit young man. Nothing wrong with him.
Oh my God.
So, sorry. And I think the government needs to say to younger people, look, you may not think this affects you, but it does. And the fact that the UK government has not updated the symptoms for the Delta virus. Quite often, you no longer lose your sense of smell. So people are relying on loss of sense of smell. A lot of people have lost it. But
it's really sad to hear that about the younger people, because one of the ongoing things has been to sort of get young people to stop being so reckless. They actually need other young people to die for them to realise, but it still doesn't seem to have any impact. And then to sort of throw a spanner in the mix, in Tasmania this week, a 44-year-old guy died after his first AstraZeneca shot. Yeah. So now there's all these people going, well, shit, you can die from you can die from any vaccination at any age. But now people are almost sort of saying, well, I'm not going to get the vaccination because I'll die. To be honest, I mean, not that I want to die from a vaccination, touch wood, obviously, but I don't want to die from COVID. Hell no. And you only have to watch one 6-minute video on YouTube about the reality of dying of COVID.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Overall, less people have died of blood clots since the pandemic in places like the UK and America and places like that they know about, well-documented stuff. Less people have died in the hospitals in the UK from blood clots since the pandemic and even the introduction of vaccinations than before. So, to me, that states obviously that there is so few of them dying from it. It's so well worth it. I've seen what.
Yeah, it's.
Sorry. Oh yeah, the other thing I was going to mention. The vaccines. People saying, "Oh, it's a new, untried, untested thing." Did you know that the COVID vaccine? They've been testing COVID vaccines. It's not new. They've been
No.
testing these sorts of vaccines since soon after they were trying to use various vaccines for HIV when that first came in. And I saw an
even before. I think it was even before, Ruth, because
I think you're right.
even the polio vaccination, like all vaccinations that are used today are derivatives from that original, no, not that original, but they, vaccinations have been around for a very long time. And yeah, people that are saying, oh, we don't know what the side effects are. It's like, well, we do, because SARS vaccines were used extensively in the countries where SARS attacked the population, and it's a direct derivative of that. So,
and the messenger ones, they've been trying messenger out for a long time. Long time they've been trying out messages. It's just now they've managed to get something to use it on that it works. And saying it's not been tested enough people, we've had so many people put themselves forward at the beginning of the pandemic to say, please test it out on me. Please test it, before they were even asking for human guinea pigs. So we've got millions of people that have been tested. Millions.
Yes. But even that argument is ridiculous, because COVID has tested way more people than the vaccine.
Exactly.
And look at the outcomes of that, like it's a weird mentality, I think. But I think I'm going to get booted out of the Pfizer clinic because they've extended, well, they haven't extended it, but they haven't shortened my self-isolating conditions here. So I had my first shot booked in for Sunday. It's been a bit of a trial for me, because originally I was booked in for the AstraZeneca clinic, and then the government came out with a directive saying you need to be over 60 to have it. And then barely a few weeks later, they said, we'd be happy to give it to people in their 30s. And then this dude in his 40s has just died from his first jab. So I got bumped out of the AstraZeneca because I'm in my 50s and was put in the Pfizer queue. But I'm quite happy to stay in the Pfizer queue now. I just don't know when I'm going to get it, because I won't be able to present at a medical clinic on Sunday after being in South Australia, even though I'm 99.99% sure I'm okay. They're not going to let me through the door because I've been in a state that's now declared a red zone.
Yeah, that's sad, that is.
But the sad thing is, Ruth, that this pandemic simply required people to be reasonable for it to be manageable.
Yeah.
And some people just can't put their own individual wants
needs
before the community needs. And it's a revealing time, that's for sure. There really are two types of people on the planet. There's the I wants and there's the we needs, and I'm happy to be in the we needs, even if my friends think I'm being a bit conservative about it. I'm a stickler for rules, but it just required people to be reasonable, and human beings just can't be. Scout, I'm not in quarantine, I'm in self-isolation. So I can leave home for 4 reasons. I can go to the shops. I can go out for medical, but not for the vaccination. But if I had a serious health issue, I would be able to leave home to be treated at the hospital. I can go out for exercise, and I can go out for work if I'm an essential worker, which I'm not. But I've been in a state that is not spiraling out of control yet, but they've got a worrying couple of clusters happening. So that's the directive. My sister-in-law, however, who did get out of quarantine hotel in Melbourne today, and my niece, they've come from Singapore, so they had 2 weeks in Melbourne. They're flying here as we speak, and I may not get to see them because they're literally here Nikki's here for a week, and I just don't know if it's okay for me to have her here, because we're being told to limit contact with people and limit people coming into a home. But weirdly, there is an exemption in our regulations too, because I live on my own. I'm actually in a vulnerable group, which is quite unusual, but people who live on their own, like my sister was able to come and visit me, but she had to sit on the steps outside my house. Like, I opened the front door and we talked through the screen door, and we're about 10 feet apart. So she was actually able to come and just do a welfare check on me, I guess. So, I mean, at the very least, I guess they could come and sit on the steps outside the house and we can chat through the screen door. But
Do you know, I wish they would do that here. Well, last year when I had some problems and I kept being bombarded by relatives who live a long way away from me, I will add. I kept being bombarded by them saying, "Why aren't you getting shopping delivered? And this is rubbish. And you should be." They had a priority list for people who were vulnerable, who would actually get priority shopping slots with home deliveries. And I kept being friends as well, actually. There was the old friend who was saying, you should be on this list. Anyway, in the end, I actually tried talking to the doctor, and I was in a bit of a state anyway, because I was having bad nightmares at the time. And I was feeling really unwell, and I was trying to talk to the doctor about it. And she got really funny with me and said, "You're perfectly okay, you should be going out," and put the phone down on me. So I relayed this to my friend, and she was really up in arms. She wanted me to write a complaint. And I said, there's no point. I'm not in a vulnerable group. But since that happened, I've spoken to one of my cousins. And she's saying, well, I've had a letter now from the hospital because when she went for her first jab, the hospital forgot to put her on the priority list. And she says, you're my cousin. She says, you know, you similar genetics to me. You are supposed to be on the vulnerable list without having had septicemia. You should be on that list. And I thought, really? When I look into it, I think I should have been. But talking to my doctor's a pile of shite.
It doesn't sound good. But speaking of good, Ruth, the boys are back. I don't know if you can see.
Yay! Hello!
Hello.
We just went down to COVID vaccination. By the looks of
He's
Andrew,
eating cake.
what do you reckon? Oh my God, you've eaten that much?
Oh my God, look at that.
We've eaten a bit. It is like the best cake.
Isn't it?
Holy moly. It's almost like pudding.
It is like pudding. I was saying to Ruth, it's like it's as good as a lemon delicious, but you don't have to go through as many stages to make it. Like with a lemon delicious, you've got to do the sauce and the sponge.
Yeah.
This is like a cheats lemon delicious, and it's so good. It's so good.
Do you know, I've just realised my mum had, it was Nigella Lawson, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Do you know, my mum had a Nigella Lawson book in her cupboard. I wouldn't mind betting that's the recipe she was using, Tori, that I said I had no idea.
Yeah, it probably was. When you said she made the best lemon drizz. Now, Scotty, I've got a lemon zester that is my favourite, one of my favourite kitchen utensils. I think it looks like Bart Simpson.
They're good, those. Those are good.
But check out the little curlies that it makes.
Those are the best lemon zesters, those. I've got one somewhere.
Oh, that's so good.
Do you have one of those, Scotty?
I feel I might do, but I don't know where it is. It would be very low in the cutlery drawer.
Find it, Scotty. They're better than anything else.
Okay.
I didn't garnish my last slice with the curly whirly lemon, so I'm now.
Oh, you need to do that. Oh, look at that.
Yum.
I need to eat some more. This is my dinner. I actually have got dinner in the fridge, but it's like 7:30, so
I feel it's good dinner.
That's right.
It's just so good. Andrew, what do you give it out of 10?
I give it a 10 out of 10.
10
It was
out
really
of
good,
10.
and I really enjoy lemon too. So
Me too. I'm a citrusy queen. What do you give it, Scott, out of 10?
10 for sure.
10
Yeah.
10s.
10 all round.
Now, you were talking about the COVID vaccination rollout. Is that right, Tori?
Well, we're talking more about vaccines and also what's going on in the UK and Ruth's frustration, rightly so, with it because it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were chatting about that.
Beautiful.
And then
can I say something? You know the vaccination. When any of you go for a vaccination, ask them to aspirate first.
Okay.
We tried to get the government here to look at this, but that I'm convinced, along with a lot of other medical people, that they should be aspirating. It actually reduced the blood clots in another type of disease with similar blood clots. So they know about these blood clots already, and they aspirate, and it doesn't happen. So
Oh,
ask
there
them
you
to aspirate.
Hello, Grandma Ducky from California.
Grandma!
Grandma
Well,
Ducky,
we
I've got a VIP guest, Scott. It's my friend Scott, who Grandma Ducky's heard me talk about you, Scotty. All of my subs have. My friend who was on
Nice.
Masterchef. We did a cook-off today, Grandma Ducky. This cake is so good, and I don't even feel guilty having another slice.
So good. Well, we might love and leave you and maybe cook some real dinner.
What are you going to have? What's your real dinner?
I'm going to do some handmade fettuccine with
Nice.
truffle.
Oh,
I have a
I'm
piece of truffle left. I
hungry.
need to use up.
how fancy!
Very
I'm
fancy.
having just a sort of chili con carne kind of concoction that I pulled out of the freezer and had no idea what it was, and I'm like, you beauty. Perfect wintry night food.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit of basmati rice on the side, and we're good to go.
Away you go. Exactly right.
Nice.
But thanks, Scotty. That was so much fun, and I'm down for doing it again. And everyone in chat, do hit the subscribe button to Scott.
Subscribe. Yes. Growkery.com.au.
Oh, sorry, I spoke over you.
you.
Plug it again, Scotty.
Growkery.com.au. GROWKERY.com.au.
And tell everyone what Growkery means.
Growkery. It's a I'd love to know if people have heard of the word. It's a Scottish word to groke, and it means to stare at someone longingly, hoping they'll share their food with you.
Have you heard that word before, Ruth?
No, I probably have, but I haven't taken that one in, but I'm going to now.
It's like having food envy when you're at a restaurant and you stare at the person next to you because their meal looks better than yours.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I'm doing it now.
Love you, Scotty.
You're groking.
Yeah, everyone's groking over this cake for sure. It's a 10 out of 10 across the board. Thanks so much, Scotty, and look forward to seeing you again really soon. See you, Andrew.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy your truffle
Bye.
salsa, you spoiled bastards.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Oh, they're gorgeous.
See, I'm waving too late now.
Now, can we just go back to you're waving too late? Can we just go back to what aspirate first means? I giggled before when you were talking about a rather serious topic just momentarily because I'm like, oh my God, look at us, it's the cat and the chicken. But so what do you mean by aspirate first?
They put the needle in and they pull back slightly, and it tells them whether they're actually into a vein or not. So if they get any blood in the tube, that means that they've hit a vein and they need to move it and put it into, because an intermuscular vaccination, which is what they're giving you, should go into the muscle and not a vein. If you are injecting into a vein, then you don't need to aspirate unless you're not sure that you're in the vein or not. So if you aspirate, you pull the plunger back and you either get clear or you get blood, and you need to move it so that you get clear in an intermuscular injection or vaccination.
That's very good advice.
Across the world, they used to aspirate everywhere. UK stopped doing aspiration not that long ago. I don't understand why. Dr. Campbell, you can see he's getting really, really angry about the whole thing. He's written to Parliament. He's got loads of other people to write to Parliament. Lots of other medical people have written to Parliament, and they cannot understand why, or they can't get an answer as to why not. And one of the Aussie chaps that Dr. Campbell has on, He went and had his vaccination, asked them to aspirate, and discovered the young lass had no idea how to do it. So another nurse went and said, "Oh, this is how you do it," taught her how to do it, and they're going to do it from now on in that particular clinic, because
Oh,
she
good.
agreed. The other nurse agreed, that aspirating is a good idea. Takes seconds. Don't understand why they can't just say, just in case, we'll all aspirate. There's no problem with it. It's an
Well,
easy thing to learn, easy to do. Even I could do it, and I don't do that sort of thing.
but it also sort of makes sense because, people with these propensities to these blood clotting disorders, you would think that injecting something into the blood
Yeah,
is likely causing the blood clots, right?
exactly.
Hmm.
And that they have found there's a slightly different disease of some sort that they actually discovered the same sort of blood clots in, and they discovered if they aspirated the injection for that, it stopped the blood clots. So if they can do it on that one, it
Wow.
makes more sense to aspirate and just avoid that. See if it, because they would find out if it made any difference. Because if the blood clots still happened after you aspirated, then you'd know that isn't the reason why. But at least you'll have eliminated it,
Yeah.
And it's not. Oh yeah. Anyway, shut up, Ruth. Sorry.
I find it,
I
no,
did
it's
mean.
really interesting. Really interesting.
I did mean not to actually talk about this, but I have to say that Dr. Campbell is absolutely brilliant. He's a very scientific chap. He used to be a nurse. He then became a doctor. He actually teaches nurses. He reads all the medical jargon coming out on the virus. He's up on all the different. He's up on everything. He's brilliant.
Yeah, and it's definitely worth.
Can I put him in your thing for other people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me
And
find him.
I'll wrap this up shortly. I just want to say thank you to Scout too for thanking Scott and Andrew for joining the chat. That cake, I swear to God, guys, it is so good. I thoroughly recommend you all have a crack at that recipe because it's amazing. The link is in the description. Also, Grandma Ducky, I've been watching him since day one. Was it fun to see him just before? He's gorgeous. Thank you, Cody. Thanks for the fun, Scott, Andrew, Tori, and Ruth.
Thank you.
And thank you for popping that link in too, Ruth. I'll be sure to go over to YouTube right now, and I'm going to open that in a new window, and I'll have a look at that. I'm going to hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for that because it's good to be informed. And
he does a daily update, and he goes around the world and talks to other people like doctors in India, a doctor in Uganda, Dr. Andrew Wafafi or something or other. He is awesome as well. He's lovely. Yeah, that one's in Uganda, and he goes all over the world and talks to different people in Australia about the situation in USA. Everything. He's brilliant.
Sorry, Ruth, I got distracted slightly. I appreciate what you're saying. I did take that on board too, but we've just been greeted by Pisshead Greg.
Yay! Hello, Pisshead Greg, whoever you are.
Ruthless Ruth, mate, he says. He's obviously an Aussie because he's saying g'day and mate.
I saw that. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. Pisshead Greg. You're on the Bundies, mate. I love me a Bundy too. Can't say I blame you. But what a fun live, and
thank you.
Whenever Scotty is doing a cook along, I'll try to, if I'm available, set up a live on my channel as well. So if anyone's got time to gather ingredients, you're more than welcome to jump up on StreamYard as well. I'm still trying to look at getting, well, I was, but now I'm in self-isolation, but I'm looking for a better camera for my kitchen so I can have a better setup. But I hope that at least a bit of KitchenAid action was entertaining. Thank you to everyone that came in and out. Oh, Pliny, since you were the one who said you were going to judge the cakes, I'd love to hear your verdict. Although I've got to say, Scott's Scott remembering to do the lemon garnish on top, and not only doing it, but doing it like beautifully because he is also a designer. His lemon slithers on the top did look beautiful. Mine got a bit lost because my cake was a lot lighter in color, but God, that cake is good. I feel like I've just eaten the two perfect, moist, fluffy lemon muffins or pudding. Oh my God, it's just the best. Scott's cake is dark, so he's going home. What about Elise's cake, Pleamy?
Hers was a cheat.
Well, yeah, I mean, she wasn't under pressure, was she? She was basically... And also, the recipe that she provided to Scotty, which he put up on his Growkery website, was different. She didn't do it in the order that, I'm a bit of a stickler for order, as you know. But holy shit, Elise, it's a great recipe. So inspired by Nigella Lawson, you can't really go wrong. And it was so simple and really quick too. Like that's a cake that you should chuck in the oven if you're having people over for dinner. Like make it and then whack it in the oven, and while you're eating the main course, let it cook. And when it comes out of the oven, pour over the jizz. What is it? The drizzle. She cheated, but it looked better. Just saying. So was the winner Elise, and I'm safe for another week, and Scotty's been sent home. Pleamy.
Disqualify Elise. I'm sorry.
Pleamy's saying I have to go for the look, and she did make also the cake live. Well, she did, but she didn't. She might have baked 30 of them. No, she didn't. It cooked beautifully. I don't know, mate. I think that's a bit harsh. I thought mine was pretty perfect. Light, fluffy, citrusy, yum.
It looked
But
beautiful.
I'm safe for another week, Ruth. I'm safe for another week. Poor old Scotty, though.
Yay.
Poor old Scotty's been sent home. Don't ever, if Scott ever comes back, don't anyone ever mention horseradish to him, because he went home on a horseradish challenge. He's not a fan.
Bless him.
He got sent home because he didn't hero horseradish. How the fuck do you hero horseradish? It's a condiment.
That is a very silly, concept.
And the girl that he was up against, she stayed in because she did a horseradish creme brulee.
No.
Pleamy said mine looked better, so I've won. And Elise is safe for a week. Woohoo! Yes, I beat 2 Masterchef finalists. Go me. I think the judges are biased, but I'll take it. Thank you so much, though. That was a good, fun twist on my usual cooking lives. I like to keep you guys on your toes. Ruth, hang in there, beautiful. Serenity B, if you're still around, lots of love to you too, and lots of love to anyone who's in lockdown at the moment or suffering ill health or has just lost somebody that they love dearly. Much love to all of you, and to all of you that are having a great time at the moment. Keep the momentum going. Ruth, the fat chili, have you got anything else to say?
I just want to say lots of love and peace and happiness, and stay well to everybody. Stay well and safe.
And if you're having a blue day, do what Ruth did. Jump online and order a box of Middle Eastern goodies and include some tea lights and some perfumes. And
can I tell you something really naughty?
Yes, you can.
I ordered from another company at the same time, another Middle Eastern company, and theirs is on the way as well. And I ordered a tablecloth from them because it's a block print tablecloth. I thought, that's nice. Only they phoned me up. They said they haven't got the small one. They've got to send me a larger one, same price. I'm in ecstasy.
Yeah. Score.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to use that when you're doing your jewellery making. We'll all be able to check it out.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. What a good idea.
They're beautiful. Oh, thank you, Grandma Ducky. You naughty ducky. Thank you. She slept through it all. Well, you can watch it on repeat on speed. I don't know how I'm going to edit this to put the recipe over onto. In fact, I'll probably just make it again and stick it on the Shxtty Kitty Kitchen because it is such a great recipe, and I've got heaps of lemons and heaps of yogurt. So I might make another one for if I catch up with my sister-in-law and niece on Monday. I can pass the cake out the door to them. I'll do a separate video, I think, for the Shxtty Kitty Kitchen channel. But thank you, everyone. Sorry?
Sorry. I said I might turn up and pretend I'm your sister-in-law too.
Well, my sister-in-law is English, so I might confuse you both anyway. Have a beautiful weekend, everyone, wherever you are in the world. Do keep the momentum going. Thank you to everyone for dropping in. Do subscribe to Ruth's channel too. She's a hoot, and she does these quirky little videos, but the one of her opening up her Middle Eastern box of goodies is gold. You sound like a 2-year-old being told you're allowed to stay up and watch another hour of cartoons or something. It's very cute. But stay safe, everyone, and bake great, like Plumey says. Thanks for everyone for dropping in, and thank you to anyone who watches this on replay and makes it to the end. It's a momentous effort, but it's worth it. That cake is the bomb. So until next time, stay groovy, everyone. Take care out there, and lots of love to each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.